DAZN finally admits they were wrong and Boxingego was right. The whole pay-per-view is dead scheme, the bait and switch. We're about to talk about that in this video. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you guys come in. My name is Ego. I'm your host. I've been covering boxing for a decade plus. Let's go. We ready. 2022. Now, you guys see this tweet. I'm a legend in the game. The DAZN curse continues. Hashtag I told you so. So there's a new statement from the SVP or one of the heads of DAZN, and this is what he says. DAZN's Joe Markowski, this was, I think, at Canelo's presser or one of the pressers, Canelo versus Bivol. So they just got Canelo back on the platform. And DAZN's Markowski on pay-per-view, we're humble and honest enough to admit we got that wrong. Now, some people would be like, oh, good job. You know, they're admitting they're wrong or whatever. But me, not so fast. Just listen to how he says it sounds kind of pompous. It sounds kind of pompous. For example, we're humble and honest enough to admit we got it wrong. You have no choice. This stuff, if we're really being real, common sense will prevail here. And for 3 or 4 years, especially when you got Canelo and stuff, you said you have a self-sustaining platform that can eradicate pay-per-view. After 4 years of it not working and Canelo suing to get out of Golden Boy contract, suing DAZN, and having an option to fight elsewhere, which he did one time with PBC, now you're finally admitting, as you bring Canelo back, that you were wrong, you know? So it is what it is. But Ego Stradamus strikes again. I've told you guys for years on the channel, and anybody who's a fan of my channel can attest that what DAZN was saying and what they were putting out was not sustainable. People in the comment sections, they said, oh, Ego, you're wrong on this one. Pay-per-view is dead. Oh, you know, there's streaming, there's this, and fast forward to the future, there's no question I was right. Because DAZN's admitting what I've been telling you. They have finally seen the light and decided that, hey, we can't do this. We can't pay Canelo, make profit without putting pay-per-view on. So whether they're apologizing or not, I don't know it really changed, because I think one of the biggest things that consumers want from a company is just full disclosures and transparency. DAZN, first of all, they're not an American company. They're a British company, and you are trying to unlock American audiences. So the problem with that is when you lack transparency, you become untrustworthy. You have Eddie Hearn, another British promoter, and he was the front man, and between the conglomerate, you guys told the fans a whole bunch of poppycock and things that you could not deliver. Eddie Hearn said he was going to do the American takeover. Now it's to the point where there's American names like Demetrius Andrade, and DAZN can't really seem to get promising fights for him. You know, Devin Haney wants the George Kambosos. We'll see if he actually gets it. I don't know. You know, things like that. So this alleged American takeover. In addition, you had Eddie Hearn, who was gallivanting around, ran around and told people that an American company, CBS-owned Showtime, would be kaput and out of business in a year's time. Fast forward to the future, you're trying to keep up with the Joneses, and you successfully outbid or I can't even say outbid because Showtime offered more money, but you successfully lured Canelo back, which I think there's different reasons for that. In terms of who Canelo particularly wants to fight. But if anything, you're copying Showtime and their business model as opposed to coming in the game, like you said, and innovating something different. So, at this point, I don't know if it'll matter. Like, you can't come in like a martyr and point the finger and tisk at people. And when you find out that your approach doesn't work, then you just switch it and think people are going to be okay with that. I'm really curious to see how that will affect DAZN, if people will forgive and forget or whatever the case is. But, we'll see. I think just how they went about business in general has been very rough. It's been very rigid, and it's lacked full disclosure and transparency, as I mentioned earlier. You don't really know what you're getting with the product. That becomes a problem, right? Every company needs value propositions. So with value proposition, like if you go to McDonald's, hate it or love it, you know what the fries taste like. People like the chicken nuggets. As long as the ice cream machine ain't broke, you can get a McFlurry, etc. A Big Mac with the Mac sauce. You know the value propositions. You can supersize your order. DAZN, we don't really know the value propositions. 1 minute you got Tracy Morgan saying, bye, pay-per-view, and doing these commercials and saying you have a program that doesn't require pay-per-view. And then the next thing you know, fast forward to the future, when you've been proven wrong by Boxingego, right? And you find out this doesn't work and your metrics aren't lining up. Now you just say, oh, sorry, it's a bait and switch. So I don't know how people are going to respond to that. But I guess we'll see in due time, in due course, how they choose to respond to a company lying to them and being hypocritical. But all the doubters, all the detractors, all the people that say, oh, Ego, you don't know what you're talking about, fast forward to the future, we been beat them. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know how I did in this video and what you think of DAZN raising their annual price and also putting Canelo fight and possibly other fights on an $80 pay-per-view. Drop that in the comment section. The DAZN curse continues. They still haven't seemingly figured it out to me. Let me know how I did in this video, though. And I'm out. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster.